We use 3 different models to help people prepare for retirement and maximize their retirement. We have the 3 types of money: in case accounts, income accounts, increase accounts. We have the 5 lives of retirement test, which I'll talk about today: long life, short life, rough life, sick life, or if you just live and pass away, move on to the next life. And then we have the merit planning model for continual improvement, which I'll talk about in the next video. But the 5 lives of retirement test was something that I created because I thought, every advisor says you should work with me, you should leave your advisor, you should come over here, I can do better. But how do you measure that? I don't like opinions, I like truth. I like 2 + 2 is 4. 2 + 2 is not 5. I like reality, I like truth, I like things that can be measured. I want you to be able to see what's best for you. So I created a way to stress test the current plan you have, whether you built it yourself or you're with another advisor, and a way to stress test any plan that my team might give you so that you can know that it meets all of your needs. The 5 lives of retirement test works like this. You ask the portfolio, will this family be okay if they live a long life? What if each spouse lives to 120, 130 years old? Doesn't matter if it's realistic. Will the income last forever? Will it go up with inflation? What if taxes go up? Are they still going to have enough income? To pass the long life test, the portfolio has to say, yes, the income will last forever. Yes, it goes up with inflation. And yes, no matter what happens with taxes, they're going to be okay. What we find is that most people fail the long life test, most plans, because they have their money sitting in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, and they're trying to live off of it, which you have no idea how much income to take. Taxes will change how much you get, and if you run out of money, you're out of income. So that would fail. The short life test asked what would happen if a spouse passed away before life expectancy, died in their 50s, 60s, 70s, let's say. Would the rest of the family be okay? That's looking at life insurance or the size of the asset or continuation on pensions or continuation on annuity income. It's a very simple test. Say, if he dies, what happens? Or if this person dies, what happens? If this one spouse dies, what would happen to the rest of them? If the other spouse dies, what would happen to the remaining family members? Would they be okay or not? It's either pass or fail. Rough life says, if we have emergencies, can I access the money without penalties or without hurting myself? If it's in the stock market and it just dropped 38% and then you need to take some out, you're hurting yourself. You're not letting that money recover. So we want access to money with no penalties that doesn't hurt you to use it for emergencies or for blessings, by the way. So sometimes there's investment opportunities. You want to have access to your money to go make some money. Sick life is long-term care. Most of us don't drop dead. We fade out and hips stop working and things start shutting down and we die slowly because of medical advances. And that's quite expensive these days. At the recording of this, it's $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month probably. So do you want to pay for that yourself or will someone else pay for it? Well, whenever someone else offers to pay for it, you could say, well, how much will that cost? If it's affordable, then pay the fees and let someone else pay for that. Whenever you can build into a financial plan that someone else will pay for it and it comes without any extra expenses to you, nothing's actually free, but when it's built in, let's say to an investment, a growth investment, the company says, if you use our growth investment, we'll also cover this if it happens to you, you want to grab that. That's huge maximizing, huge optimizing, very, very intelligent financial planning is to grab long-term care coverage at no cost if somebody offers it to you. So when we look at short life, we're just asking the plan, what happens if somebody goes into a nursing home or whatever, needs to bring care into their home and it costs them $9,000 a month for 2.5 years? Can they afford that? Will that destroy their plan or is someone else paying for that? And then moving into the next life is basic inheritance and your desires for legacy planning. What do you want to leave behind? Is the plan set up for that? Just so you know, 2,000 financial plans later in almost 20 years now, no financial planners left to even debate me. They won't try. Stocks, bonds, and mutual funds fail 4 of these tests. If you use the old school plan from the 70s, 80s, and 90s and don't upgrade your technology, think how much cell phones or telephones and computers have changed since the 80s and 90s. In the 80s and 90s, people said, put your money in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds and try to live off of it. See what happens. If you're still doing that today and you've never upgraded your tech, you still do put your money in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds and see what happens, that could be a problem. There's more modern technology, just like there is in computers and cell phones. We have modern technology in financial planning now that's changed. If you're still doing that, that's a problem. Let's fix that. So the point is, if you still have all your money sitting in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, you want to ask, do I know, if I have a long life, how long is it going to last? The answer is, I don't know. It depends on market performance. What if I pass away? Will my spouse be okay? I don't know. It depends on market performance. Sick life. What if I have a long-term care event that costs $9,000 a month for 2.5 years? Will my spouse be okay? Can I afford it? I don't know, it depends on market performance. Can I leave it inheritance? Can I take care of my family and kids when I pass away? I don't know, it depends on market performance. The only thing that stocks, bonds, and mutual funds do is give you potential if things go up, and you can access it during emergencies. It covers rough life. That's not enough. We want a real financial plan with an in-case account, income account, guaranteed income for life no matter what the stock market does, and then with the leftover money you can play if you want to.